What's up everyone, Ameerah has been played, it's official and the leftovers have taken control. A new head of household has been crowned and the target has been discussed, and trust me folks, I think you're going to like it. And plus, all of the crazy fallout from the blindside of 2022. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, now right before we get started, if you have not already and you want quick, concise and fun live feed updates on your YouTube feed, I mean come on, why wouldn't you? Please hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live on the channel. Alright folks, let's quickly talk about the blindside before we reveal who won the head of household competition. And wow, I mean, last night for me was probably the best night of Big Brother I've ever had while I've been doing YouTube. And that's not even an overstatement. That was amazing on so many levels. We finally found, we got some form of justice in the fact that Daniel and Nicole are now on the bottom of the house. Can you give me a hallelujah, guys? Please just spam the chat with hallelujah, because I am so happy at the fact that they, who have been absolutely cruel to Taylor, are finally at the bottom of the house. And even though Nicole probably still thinks she's in control, she's not. Sorry to break it to you, but you are not in control, Nicole. Let go of the reins, because the leftovers now have power and they are in control of the house. Now, folks, our new head of household, keeping the leftovers in charge, it's Monte again. Give me another hallelujah, guys. This is amazing. The leftovers remain in charge because Monte is the head of household. Now, of course, several targets have been discussed and we'll break that down in any second, but it was amazing because when we found out Monte was the head of household, the leftovers aren't a dumb alliance at all. They were planting seeds left, right and centre, acting like they did when the veto ceremony happened on Monday. They were going around going, oh my god, who voted this way, who did this, who did that? Totally planting seeds of doubt, so they are completely undetected at this point. It's amazing. They are really undetected and people don't know it's them. I'm amazed at the fact we're actually getting something like this in modern day Big Brother. It makes me very happy. But planting seeds of doubt is perfect because then it continues making people go, oh my god, what's happening? And also, for those viewers, it probably means that we're in for a few more blindsides this season. Again, hallelujah. Now, something really interesting to note is the fact that Kyle had a conversation with Nicole, and Nicole said that she thinks that Alyssa was the leak. Alyssa was basically the fault of the blindside, and Kyle took that and rolled with it. Again, it's old school kind of plays and I'm loving to see it. In modern day Big Brother, usually it'd be like, oh no, I'm not going to do that to Alyssa, that's a bit mean. Kyle took that and he rolled with it and he told people, we just work with that now, we pin the blindside on Alyssa because that's what Nicole thinks. Mwah! This is chef's kiss moment again. I am so happy to see these people actually playing, and as fact as well, because Alyssa, we know, really wants to be in a showmance with Kyle, so much so she's making very creepy advances and unwanted advances. When Kyle's made it clear he is not interested in Alyssa, so for Kyle to turn around and pin a blindside on her is kind of really cool in my eyes, and it is a beautiful way of Big Brother revenge. And you just got to play the game. It's basically a wake-up call to Alyssa, telling her that she needs to get her head out of her ass and Kyle's ass and start playing for herself rather than, playing a game that is, there's $750,000 at the end of it if you play it right. But she's wasting her time trying to get with a guy that she's known for 3 weeks. Doesn't make sense. It's rubbish logic. It's, as a fan, and I know a majority of you guys will be thinking exactly the same as I am right now, you are wasting your time in there, and it's stupid. So I'm glad that the pressure has finally been put on Alyssa there. I'm sure we'll probably see Alyssa spiral now throughout the week if she's getting the blame for the blindside, because the leftovers are rolling with that, and they are playing the game, and that's what we love to see. People playing the game. Now, I'm sure a lot of you want to hear what the fallout of Nicole was, and boy, oh boy, does it reach another level of delusion. She was sat there kind of saying, I wish, I've got my notes down here. She was saying, I wish I would have been told that Ameerah was gone. It's just, I would have been okay with it. And I'm thinking, no, you wouldn't. No, you would not. You would have gone into meltdown mode. That's absolute rubbish. I don't believe that for a second that Nicole would have been okay with it if she'd been told Ameerah was gone. I would love to know what everybody else thinks on that, because again, I'm just one man's opinion right now, but if Nicole was told, there's no way, in my opinion, she would have been okay with it. She would have melted down in my honest opinion, honest and humble opinion. I will say about that. But anyway, she's going back and forth, and it's, I was crying with Terence and stuff like that. And this is, remember when we were talking the other day about when she had that conversation with Terence and saying sorry to Terence's wife and stuff like that, and we waited for the moment where the tables turned and Terence stayed and we got it, and it was just really, really cool to see, like I say, a bit of justice being served. And here's something a little bit deluded from Nicole. She was saying, she was like sat in amazement, shock. Her face was in shock, and she's gone, they've done something, that has never been done in Big Brother history before. They made people believe that one person was going home and made you feel safe, and then the complete opposite happened. For the first time ever in Big Brother history, does Nicole know this show? Did she seriously just say that was the first time people have essentially played the game, in essence? That's kind of what the message of that was. I don't even know. I mean, you all might remember a guy called Dr. Will, someone called Dan Giesling, someone called Danielle Reyes. People who actually played the game and made you believe one thing. Evil Dick, they created alliances and they did those exact things. Nicole, I think, she likes to make things about herself, does Nicole. That's, I think, maybe in a way, it's her kind of special way of making herself... I might be wrong here, but it makes herself feel important at the fact she was part of something so momentous in her head when she was really on the wrong side of it, and she got played. Not much more to that one. Nicole got played, and I am very, very happy about it. Now, very, very controversial scene that people have been talking about all over social media was Indy. She has lost stock in Big Brother viewers over the past 12 hours. She is very, very much on the anti-Taylor train, on the Taylor hate train. She was in the bathroom with Joseph at one point. I've got the transcript right here. I mean, the clip's crazy. I mean, it's like she looks like she's going mad. She's like, she does look really, really, really annoyed in the clip. But anyway, I'll read out what she said. So she leans into Joseph and she goes, "You guys need to relax and stop talking to Taylor. I hate seeing you guys with her. I hate it. Every single time that I see it, I hate it." And it's like, I mean, y'all must have saw in the thumbnail her face when she was doing this. She like leaned in and like, oh my God. Then Joseph turned around and said, "You can't leave the girl alone all the time, Turner made it a good point. And I am so glad again that Joseph's sticking up for Taylor. Indy is jealous, in my opinion. That's kind of what it seems like. Indy was on the wrong side of the vote. Taylor's now on the right side of the vote. And the girls are mad. I saw another tweet that I saw somebody put out, which I thought was absolutely wonderful, of, the likes of Nicole, Daniel, Indy, Alyssa, Ameerah. All these people, they've all got one-sided beef with Taylor, and that's cost them the game. And it really has. Indy was showing her one-sided beef again there yesterday. But I hate it when you hang out with her. Like, you've got played, and you need to start playing, or you're going to get played even further, and you're going to be sitting in that jury house in a couple of weeks' time. Alright, now our new have-nots are Turner and Jasmine as a duo, and Indy seemed very, very mad that Brittany wasn't a have-not. It was very, very awkward. Indy kind of called out Brittany in front of the whole living room when everybody was there and said, Brittany should be it, And then she went over later to Jasmine and said, "You can pick that bitch next week to become the have-not." And Indy is definitely mad that she got played. That's what she wouldn't say that, I don't think, but all these actions and things she's saying speak volumes. I am a strong believer in actions speak louder than words. In life in general, people do that. People say all these kind of things and say strong words and say all these things, but do they actually mean it? Do they actually mean it? And then the truth comes out when the actions start showing and the things they actually say come through. And then all those things they said before are absolutely cancelled out. And that's a case in point for Indy. So yeah, that's Indy for you folks. I mean, you'll find all the clips online there. But anyway, let's talk Target. Now, there was all sorts of things that the leftovers brought up of Alyssa and Indy going up as the initial nominees, and this was because they wanted to make Taylor feel safe and just build trust with her to kind of bring her into the leftovers even more than she already is, because they're saying they don't want Taylor to sit on the block anymore. So as a result, because they want Nicole out, I think, but they don't want to put Taylor up, so they figured maybe there's a scenario in which we put Alyssa and Indy up first, because if they target Daniel, Kyle has to go up, and if they target Nicole, Taylor has to go up. And then in the situation in which Alyssa and Indy can come down, which I don't know if they've decided if they want to just smoothly get one of them out yet, or if they come down, they can put up Daniel and Kyle or Nicole and Taylor. Now, I think Taylor seems to be... She's probably okay with going up if it means Nicole goes out, which is most likely the case. But of course, expect the unexpected in Big Brother. Kyle also volunteered to go up if needs be to get Daniel out. But honestly, I don't want to speak too soon, but things are looking quite promising no matter what happens. So even if Kyle or Taylor is sat on the block at the end of the week, we are most likely going to lose Budget Elvis or Disaster Chef. So I am very, very happy about that. Again, don't want to speak too soon because this is Big Brother, but things are looking pretty good, folks. Now let's take a moment to talk about Terence. He is somebody who, over the past few weeks, has shown to be a little bit of a flop in regards to his gameplay style and jumping on the Taylor hate train. But is Terence on his path to redemption is the question we're all asking ourselves, because Terence, over these past couple of days, when he was told by Turner, you are staying in the house, Nicole's not right, Ameerah's going home, Terence turned up the game notch and he started going around and acting like he was gone, and he had the whole house misted into truly believing he was gone. You know what? Terence, we've got to thank a lot for yesterday's blindside, because if he didn't put on that great acting job, we wouldn't have got that face that Nicole gave us yesterday, or the face that Alyssa or Daniel gave us, or, Ameerah going when she's in her interview. It's so crucial to have the person who is not getting blindsided, especially if they're in on it, to act like they are going. And Terence did that. So can we just take a moment to applaud Terence? Well, if you love him or hate him, he has had the house misted over these past couple of days, and he's made them believe that he was gone. So congratulations to him. Now, of course, Terence has jumped into the duo, which is a trio now. But yes, of course, Terence has jumped in with Joseph and Monte, meaning that Joseph and... as a result of Monte winning head of household, Joseph and Terence are safe for the week. It's kind of amazing because, unbeknowingly to Terence, he's just gave the leftovers another number. If they end up on the block, then that takes away one member of outside the leftovers of being able to vote. And also, it just brings Terence in closer to get the leftovers another reinforcement. So it's kind of working out fantastic, if I'm being totally honest. Again, like we discussed the noms a little bit earlier, the main idea of this week is somehow we would like to break up Daniel and Nicole, but we just need to figure out what's the best approach in regards to, do we really want to put Taylor on the block again? Is Taylor going to be okay with that? I think Taylor will be, because she's taken one for the team in that regard. But equally, do we put Kyle up and get Daniel out? Alyssa and Indy, of course, are the people they discussed at first, and that's kind of backup. But again, it's not the end of the world if Indy or Alyssa goes, because that's another member outside of the leftovers that they are taking out, so they can remain in control, which is kind of awesome. But we are going to see Daniel and Nicole spiral all week. I think Alyssa's going to spiral. I think Indy's going to spiral. I think Jasmine and her good old blindside butterbeans are going to spiral as well. So, folks, we're in for a good week. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. It's going to be a wild week, and I am so excited for it. I am happy about Big Brother again. For the first time in a long time, I am excited, genuinely invested into what's going to happen this week, because it's crazy how often we don't get the thing we want in Big Brother, and finally, we just got it all in one night. We got a blindside. We got a leftovers HOH. Because most times in Big Brother, an incredibly high is followed by an incredibly low. But we just got the high and the even higher. So this is really, really, really awesome, guys. I'd love to hear all your thoughts in the comment section below. But I hope that you're all staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.